guys, good afternoon. So I want to talk about this video that I came across, right? Some of you may have seen it, some of you may have not, so I'll put in little snippets in between so you guys will know what I'm talking about. I know I'm gonna get bashed, probably mostly from women for my views on this, alright, but just keep in mind that these are my views, alright? So, you know, again, I'm entitled to my opinion, as are you, so you can leave how you feel in comments below. So Missy here, alright, is clearly upset that she has been taken to the Cheesecake Factory on this first date.
You got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this phone. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Okay.
You're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant.
Now, if you continue watching the video, you would see that the guy, he came clean and he said the only reason he took her to the Cheesecake Factory is because she was actually late.
I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 a.m. At 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs for an hour. Right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late, and like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment. And that is not possible.
And that's why I'm saying, I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in a relationship to, you know, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice fancy restaurant as Aria, especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been, but if we're late, I told you twice.
It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be.
Right, when he came to pick her up, he told her he would pick her up at 4. She was not ready by 4. He had to wait probably over an hour for her. He actually had other reservations at a fancy restaurant.
Well, look at my plan where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there.
But she was not privy to this information, probably because he wanted to surprise her or whatever, right? So when she did in fact find out that that was his original plan, you know, she was hurried to be like, you know, call them back, you know, see if you get another reservation, or can you at least, you know, get another restaurant that is on the same level as that restaurant.
Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like, you know, the equivalent to that?
And my guy rightfully said no.
Call him.
No.
Because at the end of the day, you don't want to know you with somebody or you carrying out somebody and thing and they are ungrateful.
Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant? Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory. That's embarrassing.
I literally
you don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong.
I will die.
And yes, she is damn ungrateful. It's one thing, you know, you have expectations, you have standards and whatnot. Which kind of is treading the line, especially on a first date. But if it is, you know, a guy offered to come to pick you up by your house, he offered to pay for the whole date, and you know, that's a kind of thing because nowadays women want to be independent and do everything on by themselves and whatever, but only when it's convenient to them.
So you just want to call it a night? Isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this? I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
So, Mr. Man was gentlemanly enough to offer to pay for the entire date, right? But Missy here chose to be ungrateful. Even when he was trying to talk to her about it, she seemed to have absolutely no compromise and no reasoning whatsoever. That is until he mentioned the fact that he was planning to carry her to the fancy restaurant. Now, we as women shouldn't just be a certain way, think a certain way, do certain things because we think we are going to get something, right? That is not nice. That is not nice. That's actually very selfish. right? And in this case, I believe she was very selfish and she was only thinking about herself, thinking about, okay, how she was well dressed and whatnot, and she didn't feel like it was appropriate for her to go in a chain food restaurant, which, mind you, would not have even been the case if she had gotten ready on time. So we as women really need to check ourselves, take it down a couple thousand notches, because life isn't all about getting, and we as women, be honest, does always feel as though we are entitled.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date, is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. Look at, when you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah. And I agree. I went into this date as
We are entitled, and all we want to do is just get without giving anything in return, which to me is damn foolishness. Because at the end of the day, when a man give his all and give everything he have, what will he have left for himself, right? And on top of that, what you bring into the table, right? You only want to receive everything, right? You want a all-rounded man, right? Served on a silver platter. You want a man with a well-paying job. You want a man with a car. You want a man with a house. You want a man that ready-made, right, so to speak, right? But what you bring into the table, stop and ask yourself that. So I will say this: we as women need to come down from the high horse and be more humble, right? Whatever happened to building up a man from the ground up? I know this is a little off the topic and off the video, but why we can't go back to long time days when a woman really used to be building up a man? Now, I know society has changed. I know that, you know, times are different and difficult. You know, you need two people working and all this kind of thing. Hence the whole woman empowerment and independence movement and stuff, right? Don't get me wrong, I know about that. Power to the woman. But where have those values, you know, long time values that we knew of, where has that gone? Right? Where we slowly, I believe, like, we are taking away, you know, the masculinity. I feel like because of this woman empowerment and independence, we are slowly taking away the man's role in a relationship. We are taking away, you know, what it means to be a man. I'll always go back to this one time when I went out on a date with a guy, and he literally just stepped back and waited for me to do everything, right? And all that is part of the mental that women have put into men, that they want to be independent, they want to do everything for themselves, right? But I like being, you know, wine and dine. I like it when a man could be able to pay for me on a date and this kind of thing. Where has that gone, right? Why are we doing this to our men? So we really need to think, ladies. We need to think what we're doing. We need to, you know, step back and think about, you know, what we're doing, what we're saying, how we acting, the things we're doing, because you don't want to demasculate our men. We don't want to do that, right? So in this video, the guy was so polite, he was so pleasant and understanding throughout the entire video. I give him kudos for that. He even offered to drop her back home even after all that said and done. You know, he was man enough to offer to drop her back home, right? Although in my opinion she did not deserve it. But, you know, it's strange that, you know, she really humbled herself only after she found out that he was going to carry her to that fancy restaurant. So men, let me know your thoughts in the comments. You know, do you think that, you know, the guy reacted appropriately? How did you think the woman reacted? And women, let me know if you agree or disagree with what I think. Do you think that the woman was in the right for doing what she did, or was she unreasonable, like I said? Alright, so see you guys in the next video. Thanks for joining me in this one. Be sure to like and share. Peace out.